I love it when the tech plays along. I've had a crazy morning of tech issues. And in fact, my microphone wasn't working. I had to switch computers. And then I remembered that the Arcturian symbol has been known to help us with tech issues. So I activated the Arcturian symbol and my microphone started working. So I'm grateful for that. And I think we're ready to get started. I'm streaming. You guys are here with me. And I think I have everything ready. All right. Hooray. I'm just going to increase my size on my screen. Okay. Welcome, everyone, to day one of the Sacred Soul Symbols Odyssey. This is a 4-day journey to deep healing and unlimited magic. For real. So I'm Alicia Hartzell. You may know me or you may not as the creator and founder of Sacred Soul Alignment, Sacred Soul Symbols, and co-founder of Sacred Light that I created with my best friend since we were 17 years old, Kimberly Carlson. We created the Sacred Light modality together. And over the last 11 years, I've certified around 2,000 students from all over the world in these modalities. Every continent except for Antarctica. It's my favorite thing to do is teach and pass these tools on. And I'm so glad that you are here today. If you're joining me live, if you're on Zoom, let me know that you're here. Let me know where you're from. And let us know if you are a Sacred Soul Symbol practitioner, because I know a lot of you guys are joining me for this class. And you're going to learn some stuff too. If you are a practitioner, I think you're going to learn some things today. So I want to take a moment to really welcome you and for all of us to land here together. And I want to congratulate you on taking this important first step, because here's the thing. If you're listening to these words right now, if you're watching me, you didn't just sign up for this class, but you showed up. I've got about close to 2,000 people signed up, and you showed up either live, which I love, or on the replay. And that is exactly what differentiates those who stay stuck from those who go on to create magical, remarkable lives for themselves and even the people around them. Signing up for something isn't enough. We have to show up for it. We have to show up for ourselves. And you did that today or whenever you're watching the replay. I would absolutely love to hear in the comments where in the world you're joining me from. I have people that join me from all over the world, and I love hearing where you're joining me from. If you're watching the replay on the replay page or on YouTube, you can comment there too, and I would love to hear that. And I really, really, really want to hear from you what you're most looking forward to in this experience over the next 4 days. So please share. I literally read every comment. And when I get a comment, I'm sending you positive energy just by reading your comment. So please share with me. I'd love to hear if you're new to the symbols. And as we go along, as I am talking about these incredible quantum technologies, please feel free to ask any questions, and I will be happy to answer those probably at the end of the session, but possibly as we go along if I'm seeing your comments. So Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "People live at the brink of mysteries and harmonies into which they never enter. And with their hands on the door, they die outside." So it is my deepest intention that what you discover and what you experience in this 4 days together will help you turn that door handle and open the door to the possibility of a brand new life. And that's literally what these symbols offer. In my own experience working with these symbols for the last 5 years, and in hundreds of people that have experienced them, and especially my practitioners and students, about 150 of you guys that have come through the Sacred Soul Symbols class. And when we come together like this, we create such a beautiful, powerful ripple with the collective energy of joining together, and one that I really believe affects the entire planet. When we do the work for ourselves, we're not just doing it for ourselves. It's rippling out to our families, to the people around us, to our communities, and to the world. So whether you're joining me live right now or you're watching the replay at any other time, just know that the energy is exactly the same, live or on the replay, because everything we're doing here is outside of time and space, outside of the time matrix. So everything you're receiving is fully, completely right now in that moment for you. So as we move through these 4 days together, I invite you to show up with an open mind, open to the possibility of miracles happening for you over the next 4 days. I know that that's a bold statement, and I ask you to sit with it anyway. I know that miracles are possible because I've seen them over and over and over again with these tools. I really, truly care about the experience that every one of you has. This is a beautiful opportunity for you. This is, a lot of people do free events, right? But the free events that I offer are on par with paid experiences. The healing that I'm offering over the next 4 days is real and it's powerful. And in order to receive everything that's available to you, I invite you to show up as fully as you possibly can. I know that it's not possible for everybody to be live. There's people from all over the world. People have different schedules, different time zones, and that's completely okay. The replays, as I said, are just as powerful, but from experience of doing these type of master classes for the last 12 years, I know that those who intentionally set aside time every day, whether it's live or on the replay, have a much deeper and more profound result. When we set aside time for something that's really important to us, when we take it seriously, we're so much more likely to get the results that we're looking for. I mean, that makes logical sense, right? It's true for anything. It's true for when we set time aside to go to the gym or to take a walk. It's true, as true or more, when we set time aside to work on ourselves, to grow and expand and transform. And that's a really important component of manifestation, action and accountability. They're core elements of creating the lives that we want to experience. So I invite you to limit your distractions, tell your family or your roommates that you're busy, turn off your phone during this time, and give this your full attention. And I promise you that you will experience some truly profound shifts by the end of our time together. So I want to share a quick outline of what is happening over the next 4 days. And I actually have a slide. I have a few slides for you guys today. So I'm going to share my screen so that you can really ground in. I have to present it. So today I'm going to be talking about what sacred soul symbols are. A lot of you might have no idea what they are, where they come from, and how they work. We're going to create a really sacred container together with your specific intentions. I'm going to guide you through some questions when we get connected. So if you haven't decided what your intentions are yet, that's okay. The healing that we're doing together begins today. tomorrow, day 2, we're going to work with love and relationships, all relationships, including the most important one of all, the relationship that you have with yourself. We're literally in relationship with everything in our lives. So sometimes when we think about relationships, we might think about romantic relationships or family relationships, but relationship work encompasses every single aspect of ourselves. So we're going to be working on that tomorrow. Day 3, wealth and abundance. One of my favorite things to work on. One of the areas in my life that I have changed the most dramatically in working with these tools. We're going to be clearing money trauma, and we're going to activate your wealth codes. Day 4 is a paid activation class. So some of you signed up for that. Some of you have not yet. It's $11. We're going to bring everything that we did the first 3 days together into your physical reality in a powerful co-creation process. And when you upgrade to that day 4, you also get all 4 days, all replays of all 4 days in my classroom portal. And I use a program or a app called Kajabi, and you'll have lifetime access to that so that you can repeat all the healings, which is really important. I always tell people, repeat the healings. If you're one of my students or clients, you know, repeat the healings, and you get so much more every time you repeat something, because these energies they're always working on what is the most optimal for you in that moment. So if you haven't signed up for that yet, you can still do that up until like Thursday morning. So that's what you have to look forward to over the next 4 days, or an outline of what you have to look forward to over the next 4 days. All right. So for the healing work that we're going to be doing together this week, I invite you, if you haven't already, to begin thinking about these areas of your life: relationships, wealth, and abundance. And you can set intentions for general areas of your life. We're going to be working with all of that. You'll see during the healing today. So just notice as you're thinking about this, what comes up? What might feel a little bit raw or tender? We're going to be working with all of it. And I'd love for you to share in the comments what intentions you're bringing into this experience. I have really noticed that sharing in the comments, sharing with the group, dramatically enhances everyone's experience. It kind of has a way of anchoring in your intentions. And it also, the people that tend to gather for my events are incredible people. I have incredible healers in my community. And when we witness each other, it's really forming this field of incredible support. So please, as we move through these 4 days together, share as much as you feel called to. I'm also going to be giving away several prizes every single day. I love giving things away. I'm going to be giving at least 3 programs every day. You don't need to be present to win, as long as you put your email address in the form when you entered. You do need to register for the event and fill out the entry form. So if you've registered for the series, the link to the contest is in your welcome email. It's in the email that I sent out this morning. So if you need that link to register, if you're watching on the replay page, it's on the side, and I'll put it up. I believe it's in YouTube as well. So register if you have not. That way you get the journal, you get the prize entry, and you get reminders so that you don't forget these calls. I also want to share right up front that I will be teaching Sacred Soul Symbols certification beginning on April 21st. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for this. It's been over a year since I taught this class last. I can't believe it. Time goes so fast. And the Sacred Soul Symbol certification experience is a 10-week live journey beginning April 22nd. Our calls are at 2 o'clock Pacific time, 5 Eastern, and over 10 really super transformative weeks. you will be attuned to all 55 sacred soul symbols, including 11 brand new technologies that I'll be sharing for the very first time. And you'll have an experience with some of these symbols over the next few days. I've certified over 150 students in sacred soul symbols, again, from all over the world. And the feedback that I receive from my students has truly astounded me. A lot of you guys are here with me right now today. And so I'm really excited to be teaching this class again. It feels like yesterday, but it also feels like it's been 10 years. This last year has been a lot. A lot has happened for me personally, and I know a lot has happened for all of you as well. And I love teaching. It's my favorite thing to do because I get to pass on these tools and create such a much larger ripple effect in the world than I could ever do on my own. But also, teaching always deepens my relationship and understanding of the tools. I learn a lot from you guys, and I've learned a lot about what is possible with some of these symbols from my students, trying them out in ways that I hadn't thought of. So I'm really looking forward to bringing these new teachings and trainings live. And I want to mention that there are some really amazing limited bonuses available that are going to go super fast. And so I want to honor those of you who showed up live today. Last time I opened the doors to the symbols class, I know for sure one of the bonuses was gone by the time we got done with class. I have two private session bonuses and 10 of another limited bonus that I'm going to talk about at the end today. So I'm going to share the link to the certification in the comments because I know a lot of you guys already know that you're coming. And if you want those bonuses, it's going to require some fast action. So I'm going to be talking more about the certification at the end of class today. I know a lot of you guys you just want to experience the healing. So stick around if you want to learn more about the class. And I'm also going to be giving away 3 prizes, 3 programs. One of them's brand new, actually. Only a couple of people have it yet. And so I'll do that at the end of our healing today. So let's talk about the symbols. And I have more slides to share with you guys. So it's a little tricky, this slide business. I just have to get the screen up. All right. So sacred soul symbols are visual representations of quantum spiritual technologies. That sounds like a lot, and I'm going to explain what that means. Before we really get started in our healing over the next 4 days, I want to share what symbols are and where they come from so that you can have a deeper understanding of what you're experiencing, what you're working with. So, visual representations of quantum spiritual technologies. What that means is these technologies are working within the quantum field where all potential and possibility exists. And they're represented by a visual symbol. And you can see on your screen there, that's one of the new ones. That's the armor of God. And the symbols themselves and the cards that come with the symbols make these technologies more tangible and so much easier to work with. The healing is that and the activation is happening in the quantum field. And that's important because that is where all potential and possibility exists. Literally everything, every frequency, every experience, it all exists in the quantum field. And these technologies unlock potentials from within the quantum field. They bypass the conscious, subconscious, and unconscious mind. What that means is we don't have to figure it out. We help 90 to 95% of our belief programming is in our unconscious mind. And it can be really hard to change something that we're not aware of. But the symbols bypass all of that. They have divine intelligence. They know exactly what we don't consciously know. They're working multi-dimensionally. So what that means is they're working across all time, space, and realities, and in all dimensions of your life and your being. They're working on your current self, the you that exists right in this moment. They're working within your very DNA and your ancestral line. So much of what we have and believe and the patterns that we hold and the trauma that we're holding onto didn't even originate with us. We inherited it in our DNA from our mothers, from our fathers, going back generations. And the symbols are working with that. They're also working on all past, parallel, and future timelines. And what that means is they're working on your whole ancestral line. And for myself and so many of my students and practitioners, the real world result of that is that our children do not have to carry the challenges that we have carried when we work on those things ourselves. And that is such an amazing gift to give our children. There's really no better gift that we can give our children than working on ourselves, truly. And I can say definitively that there is truly nothing else out there like sacred soul symbols. And you are going to experience that today and for the next 4 days. You're going to experience what that means for yourself tangibly. So I want to talk a minute about how I received them because people ask me a lot, where did these come from? Did I receive them from someone else? Did I intentionally create them the way that I created Sacred Soul alignments? And the answer is I did not receive them from anyone. I did not create them intentionally. They came in for me in meditation. I began receiving them in 2020. And at that time, I was given the understanding from my higher self that I am holding 55 of these technologies in my energy field to bring out into the world when the time is right. I actually know now that I'm holding more than 55. I can feel them. A couple more have actually come in, and that'll be another class. But I received that guidance in 2020 at that time I was holding 55 of these. And it was kind of a shock to me. I could see them in my energy field. And they've come in different times in different ways. Some of them came in sacred locations. I received some of them on top of Mount Haleakala in Maui. It's a very, very galactic, very special place on Maui. Some came in for me here on Oahu, where I live. Some came in the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, and some came in Mount Shasta. These are all places that I am very connected to, that when I have visited those places, I receive things that I believe my soul left there for me to retrieve. Some of these symbols have come in when I'm working on myself, as I do every day, or when I'm working with clients to do a very specific job. And some simply came in my regular meditation practice sometimes when I'm in these places and I go into meditation, open to receive whatever's there for me. And I've received several of them in that way. All of these technologies are working in multiple ways, and I'm still learning about some of the things that they're doing. But what that means is they can do more than one job. And a really exciting thing, I'm going to give some examples in just a minute, they can be combined together to create what's essentially a whole new technology through a layered combination of different symbols. And that's one of my favorite, most exciting things about these symbols is the way that they can be combined. So how are they different from sacred soul alignments? A lot of you guys are familiar with sacred soul alignments. It's the first modality that I ever created. I began teaching that in 2026. It started coming in for me or 2016. It started coming in for me early in the year in 2016. And I moved to Maui at the end of 2016, and it just flooded in. I could hardly keep up with it. So sacred soul alignments are intentionally created packets of energy that contain instruction for healing and activation for one specific purpose or for one focus. I've intentionally written the code for these, much like a computer programmer writes code. And I have written the energetic code for healing and activation to take place when I or a sacred soul alignment practitioner who's attuned to these alignments runs one of them. I've created over 500 alignments now, and it's a very extensive library, but sacred soul symbols are different. They work through instruction and intention. So we tell the symbols exactly what we want them to do. We can also activate them when you're attuned to them. You can activate them with an open intention, but you can give them very, very specific instructions and intentions. And it's all working through the lens of our own divine aspect, through our connection with source. And the creations that happen with these symbols can and actually does take place instantly in the quantum field. And I have witnessed instantaneous shifts in the real world immediately, a different feeling immediately. Or like an example today, when I was setting up for this class, my microphone wasn't working. And I tried a different chord. I tried all kinds of things. I could not get it to work. And then I remembered, we know that the Arcturian symbol actually has helped people fix technology issues. Sorry, the Atlantean symbol. I always want to say the Arcturian. That's one of my favorites. The Atlantean symbol has been known to help with tech issues. And the reason I believe that's true is the Atlanteans were so advanced technologically. So I activated the Atlantean symbol around my whole computer and my microphone, started up my Zoom meeting again, and my microphone was working. So that was an instant shift that happened with that one symbol. Sometimes it takes our human mind a little bit longer to catch up, but it is happening instantaneously in the quantum field. I also have symbols. The symbols can do almost anything your imagination can dream up. But I have symbols that assist us in stepping down those frequencies from the quantum field, those creations, those shifts, the healing, so that we can actualize them fully in the present moment. So I want to share just a few examples. And if you're a practitioner, you probably have so many more examples. Just a few examples of how we can combine them for specific purposes. So for immune system enhancement, for strengthening the body's immune defenses, we can activate the dis-ease symbol along with, in combination with, family of origin, which works on the DNA level. And these are the cards that are available to practitioners. The balance symbol. And this is just an example. As practitioners, you probably have other things that you could add in. The flow symbol to bring that balance and that flow back to the body. And the family of origin symbol is actually working on the DNA level. You can see that's a DNA strand looking thing. Spirals to spiral this out into every cell of the body. Calibrate to calibrate our set point to health and vitality, and the reset symbol. So that's a flow, a combination that you can use for strengthening the immune system. You can also, one of my favorite things is to work with the symbols for manifesting an abundance. So an example of a prosperity activation protocol, you can activate the wealth code symbol, frequency finder symbol, gather symbol. So the frequency finder is to find that frequency of wealth for you in the quantum field. Gather is to gather that frequency. Flow, to allow that to flow into your life. Illuminate, create, which is all about sending those signals out into the world, into the quantum field and into the world to bring those into your life. And wishes fulfilled. There's other combinations that you can add into that, but that's an example. You can also work with the symbols to clear limiting beliefs and programming. And that's core foundational work that changes everything, because our belief programming is what creates our personalities, the person that we are. And the person that we are creates our realities. So if we are, holding in our subconscious mind beliefs that we have to do everything alone, that we're unsupported, that no one shows up for us, for example. And, we're holding a lot of that programming in our unconscious mind. That's what we're going to be broadcasting out into the universe. And that's what we're going to experience. So it's really important to work on our beliefs and to clear those limiting beliefs. And you can do that with symbols. So root of the issue, this symbol is a lot of people's one of their favorites. It goes to the root of the issue. And again, these symbols are bypassing our conscious, subconscious, and unconscious mind. So we don't have to know what that root is. The symbol goes to work in the quantum field, finds that root, and then we can activate pattern disconnect from that pattern. When you're working with beliefs, we're working in the mental body and the mind. So bringing in the mental body symbol, release, to release those limiting false beliefs, to sever from those beliefs, that we're not holding those anymore, and then calibrate and reset to create a new set point. You can also use the symbols for bringing in new empowering beliefs and emotions. So if we don't know what something feels like, if we've never experienced it, we may have never experienced having real support in our lives, or we may have never experienced what joy feels like. We can download that as a belief and a feeling so that we're then transmitting that energy, that frequency out, and that's what's going to come back to us. So we can activate that with calling in frequency finder, gather, install. We can use emotional body and mental body. This is the mental body symbol to really install that as a belief, and the emotional body symbol to install that as a feeling, and then calibrate and reset again. You can also use symbols to call in a new relationship. I did this, and I have to say it works very well. A frequency or a combination for that is you can activate the connect symbol to connect with your most optimal partner, the frequency finder to find that frequency of that person, the gather symbol, which is somewhere in my pile, and the calibrate and reset symbols. You can also use symbols to disconnect from past relationships. So again, the connect symbol. And then you can activate the release and sever symbols to release that person from your field and to sever the hooks, cords, and attachments that you still are holding energetically. Some of my students have also shared some really cool things with me recently. One of my students shared that she used the release symbol to fix a zipper on her purse. I actually tried this because I had a stuck zipper and it worked. I had a kind of an expensive purse that I was not using because the zipper was stuck open, and it's a wallet and everything was falling out of it. And it worked. I used it and the zipper worked perfectly, and I haven't had a problem since then. She used it to fix a sliding door to fix a door on her refrigerator. She used it to fix a plumbing issue. And all of these things released because the release symbol releases stuck energy. So it can be used on a physical object as well as releasing emotions, patterns, trauma. Another practitioner shared that her dog kept getting out and running away. And she activated the gather and frequency finder symbols to call her dog back to her, and he came back. You can also use that combination to find lost items. I actually did that the other day to find a shirt that I wanted to wear and I couldn't find it anywhere. And then it showed up like right where I'd been looking. Root of the issue with pattern disconnect, release, and sever. That combination is so potent for clearing deep-rooted emotional, energetic, relationship patterns, lack patterns, patterns of unhealth, of dis-ease in our bodies. So that gives you just a little taste. I mean, there's endless combinations. I have many different protocols for students that I pass on in the certification. And people are coming up with new ones and telling me about them all the time. So it's limitless what we can do and combine. So I just want to make a note to make it really clear. You are receiving healing and activation from these symbols simply by being here, by participating in the healing that we're going to do. And that is a transformative experience. However, I want to be super clear. In order to use the symbols yourself, in order to activate them, you must be attuned to them. These technologies came through me, and along with that came the ability to attune other people to them. So only me, must attune you to them in order for you to be able to work with them and activate them. And this is why also the card deck is also only exclusively available to students and practitioners, because you have to be attuned to them and learn how to use them before you can work with them. I have so many people ask me, can I just buy the deck? And the answer to that is no, because you have to be attuned to them and you have to know how to work with them. And I'll share more about how to receive that attunement, which is by taking the class at the end of today's call. So today I'm going to be working with several symbols to create our sacred container and to seed your intentions for the week ahead. I'm going to be guiding you through some questions to get clear on your intentions if you haven't done that yet. So you might want to have something to write with. If you don't have that, you can write on your computer, on your phone too. And you might want to grab some water because it's going to be a lot of energy, and being hydrated really helps us integrate the energies that are coming in. So grab some water. Also, I've got my water here. So we're about ready to dive into the healing. And I just want to look really quickly at the comments. There's a lot of comments. And I do look at every single comment. Usually I'm not able to do that during the call because there's so many, but I literally do download the chat transcript and look at every single comment. So, and as I read your intentions and as I read your comments, I really am sending you energy. So just know that even if I'm not seeing that right now, I do look at all of those. And I'm not seeing any questions before we dive in. So I'm going to dive in to our journey today. And I just want to make the statement, because I teach in all of my classes that it is necessary to stay in energetic alignment, that we have to get permission from people to connect to their higher self, to open their soul records, their Akashic records, which is usually happening in a private session. But that permission is really, really important. So by being here and choosing to participate, I can't ask all of you for permission directly. So by choosing to participate in this healing live or on the replay, you're giving me permission to connect with your higher self for the sole purpose of activating the symbols for you. You're always in choice, and you get to choose whatever you or your soul, your higher self, chooses to receive. So here we go. I just want to invite you to just take a minute and settle in, allowing yourself to land fully here. You can close your eyes if that feels comfortable. After I guide you into the heart of creation, into the quantum field, I will have some slides, so you can open your eyes if you want to at that time. But you can close your eyes now or soften your gaze and just place a hand on your heart and another hand on your belly. As we begin to get connected, just allow your breath to begin to slow down. You've shown up, you're here, and that means everything's already in motion. I'm already transmitting energy. You may feel it already. So just taking a moment to get comfortable, sitting up with your spine straight and your feet flat on the ground or lying flat, just having your spine straight, settling into your body, and bringing all of your awareness into the present moment. And just relax, closing your eyes if that feels right, allowing yourself to land right here, right now. Just allowing your body to relax a little more and placing all of your focus and awareness onto your heart and just breathe. Allowing your breath to slow and deepen, breathing as if you're breathing directly from your heart. Allowing your inhale and exhale to slow to about a count of 5. Inhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continuing this long, slow, deep breath through your heart as you bring your awareness to the energy of compassion. Compassion is one of the highest frequencies that we can access as human beings, and it's one of the building blocks of creation. I invite you to see, sense, feel, or imagine the energy of compassion as a beautiful pink light surrounding you. And as you breathe through your heart, using your intention to breathe that pink light of compassion into your heart, allowing this energy of compassion to fill and expand your heart. And with your next breath, allowing this energy of compassion to expand into every cell of your body. And just taking a moment to feel the cells of your body vibrating with the frequency of compassion. Good. And now feeling into the heart-to-heart connection between your heart and the heart of Gaia, which is the ascended aspect of our earth plane, our home, and the heart-to-heart connection between your heart and the heart of creation, which is pure source energy. Noticing the beautiful golden light in the heart of Gaia and the glorious iridescent light in the heart of creation. And with your next breath, simultaneously begin to breathe this golden light from Gaia and iridescent light from the heart of creation into your heart. And as you breathe these energies into your heart, Just allowing the golden light from Gaia and iridescent light from the heart of creation to merge with that pink light of compassion, creating a beautiful iridescent rose gold light, allowing this light to expand your heart even more. Good. And with your next inhale, allowing this light to fill all the cells of your body, expanding beyond your physical body. You can imagine it going 12 feet out in all directions, filling your entire toroidal field, your entire energy field, creating a beautiful iridescent rose gold ball of light that you are in the center of. And just taking a moment to notice how loved, nurtured, safe, and supported you are in this space. And as you continue breathing through your heart, imagining the beautiful iridescent light flowing down from the heart of creation, deeply connecting you with the energy of all that is, with potential, with possibility, with pure source energy. Allowing this energy to move through your entire body and being, traveling all the way down into the heart of Gaia. And imagining the beautiful golden light from the heart of Gaia flowing up, connecting you with the infinite wisdom, wealth, knowledge, and abundance that Gaia holds, coming all the way up through your entire body and being, and traveling all the way up into the heart of creation. And as these energies flow in, through, and around you, just witnessing the beautiful ball of light that you are in expanding with every breath you take. From this space, I invite you to feel into the heart-to-heart connection that exists between your human aspect and your divine aspect. This is the highest aspect of your soul that's guiding you through your human experience. And with your next breath, allowing your human aspect to merge with your divine aspect. And as you merge with your divine aspect, feeling yourself expanding into all of this light surrounding you, feeling yourself expanding infinitely, all the way into the heart of creation, all the way into the quantum field where all potential and possibility exists. And just staying in your heart, breathing through your heart, connected to that energy of all that is. Good. I'm going to share my screen with a few slides here. So we're going to be creating a sacred container right now. Some divine love and light activating the vessel symbol, which you can see on your screen. And this technology is forming around all of us, around this entire space, holding every single one of you who is present, whether you're live or on the replay, in any time zone, in any moment. You can see it in your energy field, sense it or feel it, or just know that it's activating around you. A luminous sphere of light forming around you and around our entire group. Feel or imagine yourself inside of it. Notice the quality of the space. Notice how it feels to really be held. Now activating the center of protection symbol in divine love and light, create or change it. This is activating around each individual and around the group, creating a boundary of sacred protection around this container and around you. You may feel it as a gentle warmth or a subtle hum of energy settling around you. Now, divine love and light activating the shield of sovereignty symbol, surrounding this space with the frequency of divine sovereignty so that only the highest, purest energies can enter. Feel that energetic boundary getting stronger, more defined, more impenetrable. Now activating the armor of God, divine love and light. This is one of the brand new symbols. It's activating the highest level of divine spiritual protection available. It has several components. You may feel individual components, or you may feel it as a whole activating around you, surrounding every individual in this space as a field of sacred light that operates from source consciousness across all timelines, dimensions, realities. It's like being wrapped in the arms of the divine. Feel yourself held. Know that you are safe. You are divinely protected at the highest level. Just take a breath and let that land in your body. And now activating the portal symbol and divine love and light, create or change it. Good. A portal is opening now, creating a direct doorway to the quantum field where all of this healing is happening, where all potential and possibility exists. You may see or sense or imagine this portal as a column of light or a spiraling vortex, or simply feeling an energy of expansion, feeling a doorway, an opening. However it's coming in for you is perfect. Just allow yourself to sense it or imagine it. Now activating the divine aspect symbol, connecting each of you even more deeply with the highest version of yourself, that part of you that already knows the divine truth of who you are. Feel that connection lighting up from your heart, rising upward, connecting with the you that exists beyond time and space, beyond your humanness. Allow yourself to be held by your own highest self. You may have an image of your higher self or just a feeling of truly being held, maybe more deeply than you've ever felt. Now activating the Arcturian symbol. This is coming in to help translate these higher frequencies into form that your physical body can receive and integrate. You might feel a gentle tingling, a coolness, or a warmth, a sense of energy becoming more accessible, more comfortable in your body. Good. Now I'm going to guide you through some questions to set your intentions for our time together. You can see these questions on your screen if you like to have something to look at. So just take a breath. You are in this sacred container in the quantum field of all possibilities. You're connected, you're safe. And from this place, from this sacred space within you, I want to invite you to get really clear on what you're bringing into the container in the next 4 days. You don't need to answer these questions out loud. You can share them in the comments if you'd like. You can write them down if you have something to write with, or you can simply hold the answers in your heart. There's no wrong way to do this. So we're going to start with your relationships. Bring to mind the relationship that weighs on you the most right now. It might be with a partner, a parent, a child, a friend. It might be your relationship with yourself. Maybe you're struggling with yourself over a pattern. Just let whichever relationship that's optimal for you to work with rise to the surface. The first one that comes to mind. Don't overthink it. Your heart already knows. When you have that relationship in your mind, ask yourself, what do I want to feel in this relationship? Not what I want the other person to do if you're bringing to mind another person. What do you want to feel? Do you want to feel safety, freedom, love, connection, peace, support? Maybe it's disconnection. Maybe it's a relationship that you want to be done with. Whatever it is that you want to feel, just get clear on that and let that feeling land in your body. Just a word or a feeling. Good. Let's move on to abundance. So we're going to work, the frequency of abundance is everything, but we're going to work specifically with money. If money was not an issue, what would change in your life tomorrow? Not some random someday, but tomorrow. What would you do differently? Where would you go? Where would you be? What would you say yes to? And ultimately, what is the feeling that it would bring? For most of us, it's freedom, freedom or security. So just let that feeling of freedom land in your body. So allow yourself to feel free, even if it's just right now in this moment. Or if it's security, let yourself feel that security or that peace. Good. And now I want you to think bigger than any single area of your life. If you could ask the universe or source or God for one thing this week, one shift, one miracle, one transformation, knowing with absolute certainty that it would be given, what would you ask for? You don't need to filter it or make it reasonable or shrink it down. What does your soul actually want? It might be something different than you expect in this space connected to your divine aspect. The answer might surprise you. Just let it land. The first thing that you think of. Good. And finally, this is important. What are you ready to let go of in order to receive it? What's been taking up space in your life, in your field, in your heart, in your body that you're willing to release this week? It might be a belief, a pattern, a story that you've been telling yourself, a fear, and just name that. Even if you're only naming it to yourself, what are you ready or willing? What are you willing to let go of? Beautiful. Whatever came through for you is perfect. These aren't things we have to spend a long time thinking about when we're in this space. The answers come, and just trust the first answers that you received. These are your seeds, and we're going to plant them in this container right now. And over the next 4 days, the quantum spiritual technologies of sacred soul symbols are going to work with your intentions in ways that your conscious mind cannot even begin to imagine. So, holding your intentions in your heart and activating the install symbol and divine love and light, create or change it, taking every intention that you just set, every desire, every feeling, every vision, and installing them directly into the sacred container. Like programming a quantum computer with the exact coordinates of where you want to go. Your intentions are being woven into the fabric of this container. They're held, they're active, and they're going to be working for you across all 4 days and even beyond. Good. And now activating the attune symbol. This technology is attuning your energy to the specific frequencies that we'll be working with the entire week and to the frequencies of your own intentions, like a tuning fork for your soul, bringing your entire energetic system into resonance with what you are planting. And just take a moment and feel every cell of your body coming into alignment with your intentions. Notice any subtle shifts in how you feel, any lightening or deepening. You may have emotions coming up, and they may be uncomfortable emotions. Just let it flow, whatever is coming up for you. It's coming up for a reason, and trust it. Good. Now activating the gather symbol and divine love and light. Gather is gathering those frequencies and beginning to draw in everything that's optimal for each one of you individually. We're working in a large group, but these technologies are working on an individual level, on your intentions. Like a gentle magnet, pulling everything you need, everything that's aligned, everything that's serving your highest good is being gathered into this container. And just feel it arriving. Feel the fullness and expansiveness of what's possible. Good. Now activating the ground symbol, grounding all of this into the container and into your body. Feel it moving downward through your body, through your crown, into your chest, your heart, through your belly and your legs, through your feet, into the earth beneath you. Good. And now the foundation symbol. This is another brand new symbol. Activating this now in divine love and light, create or change it. And this symbol is working to establish and activate a solid, unshakable, energetic base from which all of this healing, transformation, and spiritual growth can be built and sustained. That sustained part is really important. It's like a sacred bridge between the quantum field and your lived physical reality. You might feel it activating beneath you like a bedrock. Just feel the solid, immovable, permanent base. Everything we're creating this week will stand on this foundation. It's unshakable and it's yours. Just feel that support beneath you or around you. And now activating the anchor symbol. locking it all in, into your heart, into your higher heart, into your mind and higher mind, into every cell of your body, into your DNA, into your energy bodies, into your Earth Star chakra, into the heart of Gaia, into your soul grid, and into every dimension and reality in which any aspect of you exists, and anchoring all of it in to the container that we've created. And this container is now active and will continue working for you throughout our entire time together, whether you're on the live calls or watching the replays. And just take a breath. Good. Placing your hands on your heart. And just feel the warmth of your own hands. Feel the beating of your own heart. Beginning to bring your awareness back into your heart, into your surroundings. Move your body just a little. When you're ready, take a deep breath, and if your eyes are closed, go ahead and open your eyes. Welcome back. Beautiful. I'd love to hear your experiences. I saw there were a lot of comments coming through. Lots of intentions. I would love to hear how that felt for you, any visuals that you may have gotten. First time I've cried in 5 years, for real. Oh, that's beautiful, Courtney. Thank you for sharing that. As soon as I put disconnect, the fear came up. Tell me more about that, Barbara. As soon as you opened your eyes, when did that fear come up? And that's totally normal, by the way. When we're working with the largeness of what's possible, it oftentimes will bring up fear. And these symbols are going to be working with that fear. The blue lines were, I noticed that it was me moving my cursor around. That was not part of the symbols. Foundation with ground goes really well. Yes, feeling less stacked. Falling asleep, that's also very normal. And if you found yourself drifting away or falling asleep, what's happening is your conscious mind is sliding out of the way for all of this to go deeper into your unconscious mind. Lots of yawning. Yes, that's a way of, and burping. That's a way of releasing energy. My whole head tingled. That was amazing. I felt tingling, warmth and expansion, tension melting, comfort and joy. Thank you. That was wonderful. You're welcome. That was incredibly beautiful. You're welcome. My cat's meowing. She said, she thanks you. Animals love this work. It's so common for people that their animals will join in on the healing. Dora, I love the new symbols. Yes, didn't connect the mom and dad stuff to the twin flame. Interesting. I picked up twin flame over finances. Interesting. Feeling so much less stress. Yay, Kelly. I'm excited to see how this transitions in past lives. Danny, yes. Keep seeing my brother who passed 5 years ago. Often our ancestors will join us for this healing because it's open and available to them as well because we're working on that DNA level. To be honest, that was extremely intense. This work can be very intense. I had visions of other symbols. Interesting, Allison. Can you put the mic out there to pick up the sound of the waves? So Lorna, I have to have my sound settings to block out external noise because the waves just sound like white noise. I wish I could share with you guys the sound of the ocean behind me, but it doesn't pick it up Very well. And then it just sounds noisy. I felt the energy moving in and around my head. I feel calm. That was my body going through some shifts, got warm and kept burping. Oh, thinking about disconnection from your husband. Yeah. I know that's something that you're working on, Barbara, and that is very normal for that to bring up fear. Very deep. I yawned a lot. You're welcome, Crystal. I feel rejuvenated. Love that, Danny. Lots of warm colors and peace. So uplifting and powerful. Love it. Feel calm and released. Grounded with clarity. I could really feel my next intention arise. I automatically started to think about how I would create it. And then I remembered the how doesn't matter, especially in the quantum field, right? In fact, when we're creating something new that we've never experienced before, it oftentimes must come in a way that we're not expecting because it's new. If it comes in a way we're expecting or a way we're used to, then we're not creating something entirely new. Body sensations, beautiful, feel so relaxed. Yawning a lot, that is totally normal, especially with this work. You're releasing as you yawn. Good, lots of comments. Tingling, will re-listen? Yes. So the replays are available to you for 7 days on the replay page, sacredsoulallignment.com/replay. And on my YouTube channel. They're available for 7 days. Unless you upgraded for $11, then you get all of them for lifetime access, and you can repeat them as many times as you want. You're welcome. Gave you a sense of adrenaline rush. That's common. Barbara, we're going to be working on those relationships tomorrow, so bring all of that in tomorrow. I know you also have a lot of tools to help yourself too. You guys loved that foundation symbol. I can't wait to pass that on. My whole body felt hot. When you feel warm or hot, that's energy clearing. So that's a good sign. Ooh, I saw a tiger when Armor of God came in. That's awesome. I'm still seeing rainbow colored energy. Love it. I feel the root cause of everything is lack of feeling supported. I realized as a neurodivergent person who often feels extremely scattered and like I'm letting everything fall apart all the time, despite my intentions, that I've been desperately trying to hold it together, but I can make intentions with higher self and source to hold that direction and intention towards the life goals. Yeah, so one of the really incredible things about the symbols is if you are neurodivergent in any way, shape, or form, these are the ideal tool to work with because they bypass all of that. Good. All right. I think I better come back and look at some of those comments afterwards. You're welcome. Feel less burdened. Beautiful. Keep sharing because I will read all of those comments. There's a lot of them and I love that. I'm not even looking on the replay page or on YouTube. So I'll be looking in those places as well. So I want to remind you, after doing powerful healing work like this together, be gentle with yourself today, throughout this week. Some big shifts have happened, even though it can feel somewhat subtle, because this work doesn't tear everything down, although I do have a new symbol called Cosmic Wrecking Ball that is a bigger energy, right? But these symbols do not disrupt your life like other healing tools that I have worked with in the past before I created my own modalities. It's one of the reasons why I created my own modalities, is because a couple of modalities that I was working with sent my whole life into chaos. And that is not necessary. We don't have, healing does not have to be chaotic. These symbols are working deeply without creating chaos. So, but be gentle with yourself. Drink plenty of water, rest if you need to, go for a walk outside if you can, or do some stretching or yoga. You might notice emotions surfacing as they're releasing. So dense emotions might surface. You might have vivid dreams. You might just be feeling a really deep sense of peace that's going to stay with you. Whatever you're experiencing is normal. I've heard it all. You might have a slight headache. You might feel energized. All of that's part of the process, and just honor it. Honor yourself for showing up here, for doing this deep work. And just, be present with yourself over the next few days. So before we close out today, I want to share something I know many of you guys have been waiting for. And then I'm going to do the prize giveaway after I share for a minute. So what I want to share, it's not going to be a surprise because I said I would share it, but the Sacred Soul Symbol Certification Experience is open for registration. I haven't taught in over a year, and I want to take a couple of minutes to walk you through exactly what this is. What is this certification about? What's in it? Because I think once you see inside, you're going to understand why I'm so excited about it and why there's so many practitioners in the comments that are saying they're so excited to attend this next round and get the new symbols. So this is a 10-week live journey with me. We start Tuesday, April 21st. We're going to meet every Tuesday except for May 12th through July 7th. Every class is going to be about 2 hours long. It might go a little bit longer. They're live on Zoom with me, and everything's recorded. If you can't be there live, it will be in your online classroom. You will become attuned to all 55 symbols, including the 11 new ones. And this is the first time I'm going to be passing these on. So pretty excited, as I know you guys are as well. And I'm going to share just briefly what is in each week of this class so that you can see just how deep this class goes. So I want to talk about the weeks. There's 10 weeks. So in week 1, this is the foundational week. You're going to discover, you learned a little bit about what sacred soul symbols are, but I'm going to go much deeper, where they come from, how they work across dimensions and timelines to create healing and transformation at a depth which probably beyond anything you've experienced before. You'll receive some activations. You'll receive a quantum activated heart of creation meditation, which you just experienced, but it's an activated meditation that when you're attuned to it, you can run that energy. And when you guide others through that meditation, like I guided you through today, a lot of things are activating within that. So I attune you to that. I give you some foundational attunements to really clear a lot and open your field. So you'll get that introduction to symbols, understand how they work. I talk about spiritual ethics and responsibilities, which is so important. I teach this stuff right up front. It's really important to be in integrity with energy work. And so that's what we start with. So by the end of the week, you'll have a solid understanding of the symbols and begin to and prepared to begin working with them, right? In week 2, you start getting attuned to the symbols. So you get attuned to Armor of God, which is new, Center of Protection, Divine Aspect, Portal, Shield of Sovereignty, Vessel, and Open. And these are the essential foundation symbols that we use to create healing containers like you guys experienced today. Divine Aspect is used to, one of the things is used to really deepen your connection with your own divine aspect and the divine aspect of anyone you're working with. Portal helps open that portal to the quantum field, and Open helps to open the the person's soul records or Akashic records. Week 3, you get attuned to more symbols. And the focus of this week is core pattern release and emotional clearing. So there's 7 symbols you get attuned to: spiritual body, which is a new one; root of the issue, release, pattern disconnect, sever, emotional body, and mental body. And in this class, I teach how to identify core patterns and belief systems, working with the emotional and mental bodies, tracing issues to their root causes, creating multi-dimensional clearing, understanding how all of these patterns connect, how our beliefs create our emotions, create our patterns, how it all plays in together to form the roots of our issues. By the end of the week, you'll be confident in working with these symbols and with patterns that are showing up in everyone's life. Week 4, you get attuned to several new symbols: deep healing and inner child work and trauma. This is where we really get deep, working with the deepest layers of our human wounding. You get attuned to the cosmic wrecking ball, forgiveness, unplug, and reclaim, which are all brand new. Also, family of origin, inner child, trauma of abandonment, and ripple. You'll learn DNA level healing techniques, ancestral pattern transformation, working with your inner child. I have processes for all of these things that I teach in this class. Things that are new that I will be bringing forward into this particular new round: trauma, working with trauma, physical healing, energy patterns, balance, and structuring healing sessions for yourself and other individuals. Looks like somebody's able to draw on that screen. I didn't know that was a possibility. I don't know how to erase that. Week 5, you get attuned to 7 more symbols: cellular memory, stabilize, foundation, dis-ease, spirals, balance, and reset. So these are really going deep into the physical healing and DNA level, working with genetic patterns, disease at the energetic root, cellular memory that holds trauma in the body, working on disease. So these symbols work really well for the body, and that DNA level and ancestry level work. Nervous system, stabilization, building an unshakable energetic foundation, physical healing protocols, and genetic pattern transformation, and releasing trauma held in the body. Week 6, this is all about activation, alignment, and co-creation. Some of my favorite work to do. You get attuned to attune, align, calibrate, connect, truth, ground, and install. I'll be teaching advanced manifestation techniques, timeline alignment methods, higher realm connections, reality creation, energetic calibration, truth activation protocols, grounding advanced frequencies, and I teach you how to activate objects with the symbols. Week 7, anchoring, spaces and stepping down frequencies. You get attuned to anchor, above and below, Arcturian, step down frequency, remembrance, and flow. This is deep anchoring work, and anchoring is really important. Remembrance is one of my favorite symbols. It can be used to remember a future that we're creating. One of my favorite ways to use that symbol. Week 8, we go into advanced manifestation and reality creation. Get attuned to frequency finder, gather, illuminate, create, possibilities, quantum leap, rise, and wealth codes. So we go deeper into co-creation and manifestation, which is something that I have used these symbols for in ways that have shocked me. I'll share a little bit about that. Week 9, cosmic healing. Get attuned to magnify, miracles, Atlantean, Lemurian, Pleiadian, and wishes fulfilled. Really expanding our galactic connections. Week 10, is a final class with no symbol activation, no symbol attunements. We're going to be bringing everything together. All the symbols you'll be attuned to, and we're going to focus on mastering the art of combining, layering, and creatively working with the full system to create maximum impact. So I'm adding quite a bit here in this new class for those of you who are current practitioners. Yeah, so if somebody's asking where these symbols are from originally, these are technologies that I brought in on a soul level. I know that I have a strong connection with Arcturians and Arcturus. I know that some of them originate there, but they are energies, technologies that I personally brought in on a soul level. They didn't come from anywhere besides my own soul connection. Can we go at our own pace, or do we have to go week by week? So you absolutely can go at your own pace. The lessons will be released weekly because I'm teaching all of this live. So you can't go any faster than 10 weeks, but you can definitely take as long as you want to go through. I still have students that came through last year that are working through the lessons still. You have access, lifetime access. So question is anyone a sacred soul symbol practitioner who is also a Reiki practitioner? I have many students who are also Reiki practitioners. There's some students that are commenting there, but one of the amazing things about sacred soul symbols is that they blend and amplify pretty much any modality. And I'm not going to say any because there might be modalities out there that require you to work with only that modality alone, but they will work with pretty much any modality. And I have a couple of other modalities. Sacred soul, I'm going to use sacred soul alignment as an example. So sacred soul alignments are packets of energy that you activate and run. And it's a whole basically energetic code of very, very, very extensive instructions that are running when a practitioner that's attuned to those is activating them. So the way that we work with symbols, with alignments, for example. So we can run, I have many, many symbols for wealth and abundance. And this is a wealth code symbol. So you can run any alignment. The way I do it is I run an alignment through or into the technology, and the wealth codes works both for clearing and activating. So if I'm running an alignment that is working on clearing money trauma, for example, financial trauma, I have dozens of alignments for money. You can run it through the wealth code symbol, and we can see or imagine the symbols. I see or imagine it spinning counterclockwise. So the symbols, when you join the class, you will also get some animated videos of the symbols to see them moving because they're not static. They move, but obviously I can't make the cards move. The cards are static. But we visualize the wealth code symbol spinning counterclockwise, and it's clearing. So you're running. So you may be attuned to Reiki. You can combine your Reiki. I know Reiki, I think I'm not a Reiki practitioner, but I believe it has symbols and somewhere involved in that. You can run the Reiki through the symbol to amplify and anchor that energy in. But for activating, I see the wealth code symbol spinning clockwise. So I will run an activating symbol, an activating alignment through the wealth code symbol. For emotions, I have probably hundreds of alignments that are working directly with emotions. I would activate the release symbol, for example, and run those alignments through, or sacred light activation style tools, through the release symbol to take that work deeper and more expansive. So that's an example of working with modalities together. Students and probably have many other examples. And please don't promote your own stuff during my class. I see somebody in there promoting something. Good. Let me see. There's questions here, and then I'm going to share about the investment. So the full price is $12.22. And let me just go back and talk a little bit about that. In just a minute. So by the end of the 10 weeks together, you will be confident in using symbols and ready to become a certified practitioner. So in order to be certified, and not everybody that comes through chooses to be certified. So really the certification is for those of you who work with clients, do healing work professionally. You don't have to do it professionally to be certified, but those are usually the people who seek the certification. I require 5 practice hours for certification. We will be doing practice sessions together, so those count towards your 5 practice hours. But and some people are already ready to be certified because they've practiced throughout the way. But you will definitely be confident in using the symbols. You don't need any prior healing experience. You don't need to already be a practitioner of any other healing modality. I designed this program so that whether you're brand new to energy work or a seasoned healer with many other modalities in your toolkit, you will have everything you need. And when these first came through, they're very, very advanced technologies. And I thought that the natural flow for somebody coming into my world would be for someone to take sacred soul alignment first and then sacred soul symbols. But I have had feedback from countless students, even sacred soul alignment practitioners, that they feel like taking the symbols class actually helped them understand working with alignments more. So I have since flipped my opinion on that. And if you're new to my work or to healing work in general, symbols is the perfect place to start because they're so easy to work with, and the cards make them tangible. So you'll get the cards, and they make the work tangible, and they make it so there's unlimited possibilities. You can work with them by pulling a card intuitively to see what is optimal to work with. You can make grids with the cards. There's just an infinite way to work with them. And you don't need to have the cards in your hands to be working with them. In fact, most of the time when I work with the symbols, I am just activating them. So once you're attuned to them, that energetic signature lives in your energy field. And what that means is you have the ability to activate them. You don't need the cards to do that, but the cards make it, give it a tangible thing and something to connect to, especially if you're learning to use your intuition. It's great to have the cards and allow the cards to show you what's coming up. You can work with these tools to build a healing practice. If you know that you want to be a healer, this is a great modality to start with. You can add to your current practice. So you may have a dozen or more modalities under your belt, and adding sacred soul symbols will add a breadth and a depth to your work that will shock you, I think. I have people that do all types of different work that are using these symbols in their work. I have massage therapists. I have hairdressers. In fact, my hairdresser that I've moved since then, so he's not my hairdresser anymore, but he actually came through my class to learn these tools to use with his clients. And I've had lots of hairdressers who use this work. It adds so much to the work that you're doing. I have coaches, business coaches, life coaches. I have therapists that use this work, even doctors using symbols in their practice. And I just want to also say, this is really important. If you're here for your own healing and transformation, this course gives you the deepest, most complete experience for your own transformation. You do not need to work with clients to benefit from this work. You can have this for yourself. It's an easy tool to work with at any moment. When I first moved to Oahu about 9 months ago, I was waking up with a lot of anxiety, and I would activate the sever and release symbols, and I would immediately, the anxiety would be immediately gone. So you can use them in the moment, anytime that anything is coming up for you, or you want support in creating something. If you're, I don't know, for some reason this example is coming to me, but if you're out and about and maybe you're shopping for some specific item, you can activate Frequency Finder and Gather to help you find that perfect item that you're looking for. I've actually haven't used it that way. It just came into my mind, but sharing that for somebody maybe. So there's just, I could be here with you literally for 20 hours talking about the ways to use these symbols, and we still wouldn't get to the bottom of it. So the investment is $12.22 when you pay in full. When you pay in full, you get the card deck free, shipped to you anywhere in the world. You can also use Klarna or Afterpay for payment plans as low as $60 a month, and that counts as pay in full. So if you use Klarna or Afterpay, you get all the pay in full bonuses, including the card deck shipped to you anywhere in the world. And I also have an internal 6-month payment plan. I think it's $222 a month for 6 months. So I have some bonuses that I'm really excited about. And as I mentioned, some of them are really limited, and I want to show you one of them because I have an example of it. So this is the miracle symbol. And one of the bonuses is a t-shirt. This is a prototype. The actual t-shirts that I'm ordering are much nicer than this. They're 100% organic cotton. But the first 10 people that sign up and pay in full, you will get sent to you with your cards a t-shirt, activated t-shirt with the miracle symbol on it. And I'm activating all of the t-shirts myself. You also get a sticker pack. And I didn't bring the stickers up with me, but I have them on this cup. So the possibilities symbol, I put all of them on my water cup, and it activates my water. Possibilities, frequency finder, remembrance, wealth code, illuminate, create, install. So you get the sticker, the t-shirt, the sticker pack, and this pin. This pin is, you might not be able to see it very well. It's activated with the illuminate, create, and possibilities symbol. And I thought this was just a fun idea when I came up with this idea last time to get these pins and activate them. But this is my favorite pen. I don't use any other pen anymore. There's just something about the energy, and these are really nice pens too, but there's something about the energy of these pens that is beyond what I expected. So that's a bonus for the first 10 people to sign up and pay in full or use Klarna or Afterpay. The t-shirt, and these t-shirts come in either unisex or women's. They're 100% organic cotton, and I have them available in black, cream, white, and gray, like a heather gray. And then the other bonus that's really limited is 2 private sessions. So the first 2 people that sign up and pay in full will get a 30-minute, those might already be gone. Probably not though, I haven't gotten that notification, but you will get a private 30-minute session with me that will take place after. I'll contact you to schedule it once we get underway with the class. So everyone that pays in full, you get the card deck shipped to you anywhere in the world. If you use the 6-month payment plan, you will be able to purchase the deck, and I believe it's $58, which includes worldwide shipping. So the first 10, you get the t-shirt. That's the remembrance symbol. That's the t-shirt I gave last time. I'm doing the miracle symbol this time. The stickers and the pen, and the cards come in. They're just the best quality cards I have ever held in my hands. They're super high quality. I get them printed from a family printer. I'm not getting them printed at some big print shop in China. Um, I am ordering and use the highest quality items that I can find, and they come in this beautiful um, like velour pouch, and you'll have a crystal that I picked just for you, and I activate each and every deck myself before I send them out. I use my sound bowls. I use an activation that I created for the symbols, and they'll come to you, and you will feel the energy. And it'll probably be one of the most exciting days when you get that package. The private session, 30 minutes for the first two people. And also, so obviously I love giving bonuses. Um, the bonuses are probably worth more than the cost. They are actually worth more than the cost of the class. If you look at all the bonuses together, definitely worth more, especially with that private session. Another bonus for Pay in Full or Klarna Afterpay is my Quantum Co-Creation Lab. And this is a program that I'm just wrapping up running. It's outside of my certification courses. This is my favorite program that I've ever run. It's a 12-week program that is a co-creation program. We go so deep. In fact, our last call was supposed to be today, and I had so many questions from students, and I had this class directly after it. So I rescheduled it to next Monday. So we haven't even quite wrapped up that class yet. But if you pay in full, join and pay in full, you get that co-creation lab for free. And it's an incredible program. In fact, there's probably people in the comments that are going through it right now and might be saying how amazing it is. And then if you register, I have lots of bonuses. If you register by April 8th at midnight, and this is for anyone, this is if you use the full pay or 6-month payment plan, you're going to get an incredible class that I teach with my best friend, Kimberly Carlson. We've been best friends since we were 17, and we've created a modality together called Sacred Light. And in this class, you'll get immediate access to it, I believe. It's a pre-recorded class. And you get 4 tools that are incredible. So you get the Sacred Light Vortex, which is a technology. We pass that on in our technology class, Co-Creating Miracles with Sacred Light. It's the first technology I ever received in 2017, and it is an incredible powerhouse, both for clearing and activating. You also receive the Golden White Flame Journey activation, and that activation works for activating the cellular memories of an experience that you want to have, while also clearing any trauma around that experience. You get the Sacred Light Medical Trauma Healing. This is a huge activation style tool for all forms of medical trauma, dental trauma, injury, disease. It goes really, really, really deep. And the Sacred Light Technology Tune-Up, which is a tool that we created for any time that we're working with spiritual technologies to help upgrade our ability to hold those technologies. It's like upgrading your operating system, basically. So you get that class, everyone who registers before April 8th. And then if you register before April 12th, you get my 10-day full system reset. This is a collection of healings that I ran over 10 days of time. But the healing in this course, people tell me every day, I hear from people that they're using these tools over and over and over again. So it's a comprehensive energetic clearing and recalibration experience using all of my various tools, from the symbols to the alignments to sacred light tools. Really, really deep healing in that. And you get Unbound, which is a program I did last year. It's 9 weeks working with very specific energy patterns, deep, deep, deep emotional clearing. I also hear from people all the time that they return back to those recordings over and over and over again. And then for everyone, whenever you're joining and whether you use the payment plan or pay in full, you get an activated journal that is uploaded and ready for you. You can download that or even print it out. And it's working with every single symbol. So there are journal prompts and pages that are activated with each symbol to take you through working with the symbols. It's a powerhouse experience. And then you get immediate access to my 21-day journey through Sacred Soul Symbols, which I ran last year. And it's working. There's 21 recordings working with the different symbols for a specific intention. You can use that over and over again for a different intention. And then for everyone also that is new to our Sacred Light Academy. So Kimberly and I have a Sacred Light Academy. We have two parts to this academy. One of them is Pathway to Healing. One of them is Pathway to Mastery. The Pathway to Mastery is for our practitioners. And you get a 1 month free access if you're a new Academy member to the Pathway to Healing. So you have two ways you can, says as a pay in full student, that's actually not true, it's for everyone. You can either choose to sign up for the free trial access and you can dive into we've had this for 6 months now. So there's 6 months worth of healing. So you can sign up for the free trial access and you can cancel that before your trial ends. If you choose to stay, it's $55 a month and you get access to all the past recordings. If you don't want to sign up for that free trial access and have to remember to cancel if you don't want to stay, you can come to the live call. And that live call will be May 13th at 11 o'clock Pacific time. So, and that's for new Academy members only. If you're a Sacred Soul Alignment practitioner, you also get access to a special class where I teach you deeper how to access or how to work with the symbols and alignments together. So that was a lot. There's a lot of bonuses. When I first started doing this work online, a coach that I worked with said, she says, I love to give value away like confetti. And I took that to heart and I give a lot. I think everyone that's in any of my classes will tell you, really the generosity, it has become legendary because I give a lot, not only in the class itself, but I give a lot to support you on your entire journey. When you are committed and you sign up for anything that I'm involved in, there's a lot of value there that is far beyond anything that you might expect. So I want to see if anybody has any questions. Oh, I'm so glad that you're here, Susie. Okay, let's see. Just scrolling through. Lark will be running some practice sessions, yes. Questions, I took your first symbols course. Is there a discount for taking this again? Actually, if you have been in one of the first 2 classes, you get to take this class completely free and get the 11 new symbols. You just have to order the cards, which I should have said up front. To remind you guys, if you're a symbol practitioner, today is the last day to order your card decks and your t-shirts. But you get the class for free. Also, see the announcements. I just sent out an email this morning for symbol practitioners and students with some really important announcements. The replay link is sacredsoulalignment.com/replay. It's also on my YouTube. Day of the week class is on Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Pacific time. Oh, yes, this would go so beautifully. I think Crystal's hopped off, it looks like maybe, but it would go so beautiful with crystal healing, energetic allergy healing, Reiki. There, it would seamlessly work with all of those, especially, well, all of them. Diane says works with every modality I'm certified with, a powerful addition to all healing modalities, but truly very effective and powerful on their own. Yes. Over the years, Halusha sat for many hours, 2+ hours, activating, speaking for 2 hours, clearing the whole time. Yes. So you may have, if you're sensitive to energy, you may be able to tell I'm transmitting energy even when I'm just talking about the class. Maybe I started with symbols and then went to alignments. Yes. There is no prerequisite like there is with Sacred Light, Beth. There's no prerequisite for this because I teach you everything that you need to know. Well, we get the cards with the class. So if you pay in full or use Klarna or Afterpay, you get the cards at no additional cost, shipped anywhere you live. If you use the 6-month payment plan, you will get a link to purchase the cards if you choose to. I believe they're $58. I can't remember off the top of my head. They're either $52 or $58, and that includes shipping worldwide. Your hair looks good. This must be, thank you. Yeah, I could tell so many stories. So I've been working with these symbols for 5 years now. And in that time, in the last 5 years, I have lost and kept off 60 pounds, which I had tried for years before that. Never was able to really keep that weight off. I could lose it, but I wasn't able to keep it off. So that has been a thing. I met my love of my life. We've been together 4.5 years. And 9 months ago, we moved to Hawaii together. This opportunity literally came together in a day. We lived in California. We're not planning on moving to Hawaii, but we were here house sitting for a client of mine, actually. And this opportunity to live literally on the beach. This is my yard. And, I use the symbols every single day. And these are the things that some of the things I've been able to create in my own life working with these symbols. And I've been doing healing work for years. And I can tell you that the symbols have amplified everything else that I have done and really not just amplified it, but allowed things to land in my life in a way that had never happened before. And it's not just me. I have 150 plus students who can tell the same stories, and probably you'll hear from some of them over the next couple of weeks. Yay, Shanna. She says these courses are so worth it. Been here for 5 years. It's been awesome. Yes, the possibilities are endless. I just want to see if there's any more questions, and then I'm going to do the prize giveaway. Thank you for sharing that link, Diane. Do you offer this course in 6 months' time? So this is a class that you can purchase anytime. The bonuses are for the live round, and the price does go up a bit, but you can purchase it anytime and do self-study. So if it's, the opportunity becomes possible for you 6 months from now, you can do that. It won't be live, but it is available as a self-study. Yay. Just signed up. Hooray, welcome. You will get an email with a form to fill out with your address for those items and your t-shirt preferences. Okay, I'm just scrolling. There's a lot of comments. I just want to make sure that I don't miss them. Kajabi is the app. Oh, Klarna or Afterpay are the payment, the longer payment plan opportunities. I partnered with them to offer longer payment plans. We have an internal payment plan of 6 months. Lots of you guys are talking about co-create, quantum co-creation lab. Do you have to have Alicia ID to sign up for the course? I am not sure what that means. Deb, if you could clarify. Oh, thank you, Patty. Dana says, I still listen to Unbound. Yes. This is all on the website. I shared the link a couple times. I'll put it in again. I know I went crazy with the bonuses. Thank you, Olivia. Olivia is offering to share with anyone who's thinking about this and wants to connect with a practitioner. And Olivia is actually a practitioner of both of those. Thank you, Courtney. Oh, Diane says, Alicia is very present during the courses and you're never alone. She is honestly the most generous in her offerings and all she gives that I've ever experienced. Thank you. I am going to copy that and share that. Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay. Just trying to get through the, thank you, Lark. You guys are answering a lot of those questions. You do not need to register if you're a former student. 1,222. Tiffany, yes, you should. In your welcome email, you should have received a link. If you can't find that, email hello@aliciahartzell.com. Do we have a practitioner protocol for weight? I don't think I've created one specifically, but I can. All right, there's a lot of comments. I'm just trying to get through all of them. If you're just joining and you get the cards, it's the full 55 card deck. If you are already a student, today's the last day to order those 11 cards, and that's $18.50 for shipping anywhere in the world. So look in the group or in your email. Yes, the edges of the cards are, I don't think they're foiled. No, the edges are not foiled, but the front of the cards are. Do you know if the attunements create blockages in your energy field, preventing energy templates from working properly? No, absolutely not. And in fact, the Sacred Light technology tune-up that you get that's in that bonus Sacred Light class is designed to clear your energy field. One of the things it's doing of any outdated technologies that you might have in your field or any discordant energies that you might have in your field. So these attunements actually open your field rather than clogging them up. Cecilia, why did I already think you were already a practitioner? But yay, I'm excited to have you have these tools. Self-study actually is a little bit more because when I'm getting ready to teach a live class, I discount it. We do take PayPal. Thank you, Diane. Okay, I'm working through the comments. I don't know if we're set up to have a money order, but we do take PayPal and we might be able to do a bank transfer. I'd have to ask one of my assistants about that. You can email hello@aliciahartzell.com. Okay. As soon as I get through, I've only got a few more comments left. I will do the prize drawing. Oh, Kelly, thank you. Very awesome teacher, well worth the time, explains everything thoroughly, very attentive, answers everyone's questions, definitely felt shifts and attunements, got lots of downloads and visions. Yay. No, you don't have to be live for the contest. I have your emails. Okay, I made it through. Alrighty, let's do if you do have questions, if you're watching the replay and you have questions, please email hello@aliciahartzell.com. And thank you for being here, Sharon. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, I'm ready to do the prizes. I've got I'm gonna do random number generator. And let me get my document with all the right now I have 176 entries. And there's like almost 2,000 people signed up. So if you've signed up and you haven't entered the drawing, enter it, please, so that I can give you a prize. All right. So 276, 149, which is James Haney, number 149. You won the Sovereign Empath Reset. And this is a brand new program. I think I haven't even shared about it and people found it, but a handful of people have it. So James, if you're here live, let me know that you're here live. We will email you and get you added to that program. And I am not familiar with James, so I love it when people that are new to me win. All right, the next one is for the 10-day reset. Ooh, 170. Let's see. Ooh, I think you were on, if you're still here, Migdalena Perez. Are you still here? I know I saw your comments earlier. Migdalena Perez, you won the 10-day reset. And I will email you and get you added to that course. All right, the last one is I decided to add another program that I'm going to give away every day, and that is my Unbound program. I'll be giving away these same 3 tomorrow. And then Wednesday, I will also be giving away the 10-day journey through sacred soul symbols. So let's see. All right, the final one, which is for Unbound, number 7. And that is, oh, this is somebody I know, JOD. I don't think you're here live, but I will email you. And congratulations to everybody that won. I'll be doing this again tomorrow. Oh, you are here. Yay. Okay. I will add you to that program and you'll get access to that. um, later today. Yay. How can we please know how to join you when you're finished? Join me for the certification, or if you could clarify what you mean, Courtney. Join the prize thing. So if you've registered for this experience, it is in your emails. It was in the reminder that went out right before this class. So I sent out a 15-minute reminder, and that the link to enter is in that email. So look for that. And people have a pretty good chance of winning because only 176 people have entered, and I'm giving 3 or more prizes away every day. So congratulations to all of the winners. Let me see, Sandy. I think I can search that document. Oops. Yes, Sandy, you did enter. All right, so I'm so excited for what is ahead for us for the rest of the week. Tomorrow we dive into one of my, if not my very favorite thing to work on, one of the most profound areas of our lives, love and relationships, all relationships, including the ones we have with ourselves. So tonight I invite you to begin thinking about your most important relationships. What would you most love to heal? What would you most love to call in? We're going to be going deep tomorrow. And so until tomorrow, be gentle with yourself, drink your water, and know that the healing is already underway. And I can't wait to see you all tomorrow. Much love, and bye for now.